morning, your majesties. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new here, welcome to my YouTube channel. And happy day 15 of Princemas. Now, before I get into today's video, I want to show you what my bestie Amy Dooley got me. She got me this jewelry box. It's the same pattern as Taylor Swift's piano was at the Eras tour. And it's so weird because I went to the Eras tour. So Amy, I love you so much. Wifey, thank you so much for giving me this. You're the best. Mwah. Okay. Okay. Oh, another thing too. My phone appointment. It went good. Nothing too extravagant. I do have an in-person pre-op appointment on December 22nd, so I have to go in there with a full bladder because they have to do a urinalysis. They have to do blood work and I think an EKG too. So yeah, so that happened, yeah. And so I have a story time for you guys. It's this one's called, this is another celebrity ghost story. We're going to be reading Samantha Harris's ghost story, okay? So, Samantha Harris appeared on Celebrity Ghost Stories in 2012 and told a story about a place in Minnesota called Leech Lake, where a group of teenagers went camping and were supposedly murdered. Samantha is best known for hosting Dancing with the Stars. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever watched that show. I mean, I probably did, but I don't think I paid much attention to it. Okay, so it goes. I was I was 12 years old and my parents sent me to camp in Birchwood, a fantastic all-girls camp in northern Minnesota. There was a very special camping trip there was a very special camping trip that only happened once a summer. Only a select group of girls were asked to go on it, and my name was called. My two best friends, Jenny and Jessica, were also going on the trip, and we could not contain our excitement. While we were getting ready, some of the other girls started whispering, you know the campsite you're going to, the campsite you're going to on Leech Lake is haunted. I thought they were just trying to freak us out and get us nervous before the trip, but I was not going to let them ruin it for me. The day of the trip came and we went, and when we got to the campsite, it was a thick, dense wooded area. We set up our tents and sat down to roast marshmallows around the campfire. Of course, someone said, you know this place is haunted. One of the counselors said, I come here every year with a group of girls, and I always go back with one less. I'm sorry, what? Oh, Lordy. We all just laughed it off. Then afterwards, we went back to our tents. We lay awake talking for a while and gradually fell asleep. A couple of hours later, I woke up and I needed to go to the bathroom, but I didn't want to go on my own. Just then, I saw a light passing the tent. I unzipped and stuck my head out, but there was nobody there. The campsite was empty and eerily silent. It seemed odd, but I just decided to go back to sleep. A little while later, I heard a roar way off in the distance. It sounded like engines revving, vroom, vroom, vroom. I thought I was hearing things, but it seemed like it was coming closer. Then suddenly I heard a high-pitched scream. It chilled me to the bone. I was completely freaked out. So I shook my friends awake and told them to listen. They heard it too. There's something out there, I said. Those screams were blood-curdling. They had to come from someone who was badly hurt. Oh no. The roaring sound got closer and closer until it sounded like it was circling our tent. There were lights going round and around. It sounded like motorcycles circling faster and faster. Then we heard the screams again. We didn't know if they were going to kill us or drive the motorcycles through our tent. We were so scared. We were just holding on to each other the whole time. Then the sound suddenly stopped. Taking a deep breath, Jenny and I stuck our heads out through the flap. There was nobody there. No lights, no people, just complete silence. Good gosh. Okay. That really freaked us out. So we got back inside and zipped up the tent. We huddled together, and I don't know if it was a sheer tear or exhaustion, but somehow we finally fell asleep. The next morning when we got out of our tent, we looked around and saw that there were tire tracks circling our entire tent. The tracks weren't anywhere else, just around our tent. My God, I thought, this really happened and nobody else heard anything. When we got back to Camp Birchwood, I was talking to some counselors who had gone on the trip when they were young. Oh, you went to the haunted campsite, they said. Yeah, I said, do you know anything about that? You never heard of what happened out there? They said back in the 1970s, there were some college students, 2 girls, 2 guys, who decided to take a weekend break. They jumped on their motorcycles and headed up to Leech Lake to go camping. They were murdered by a guy with a chainsaw, and he cut up their bodies into pieces. For a solid minute, I couldn't breathe. Oh my God, I thought. The motorcycles, the screaming, the tire tracks around their tent. Could this have been the ghosts of those college kids? Maybe this was their way of warning us and telling us to stay away, because whoever hurt them was still out there lurking in the woods. That is so freaking creepy. Oh my gosh. Samantha, girl, your story is so creepy. Which reminds me, it makes me want to watch celebrity ghost stories, but I've been in such a mucker lore. I've been in such a mucker phase lately. Guys, ever since the day after I met Adam McIntyre, I have not been able to stop watching his videos. So I do want to watch celebrity ghost stories, but I can't stop watching Adam. I can't stop watching him. Oh, on December 2nd marks 2 years since I became a mucker. So Adam, if you're watching this, I love you, and becoming a mucker was the best decision I've ever made. So anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Princess Peyton. Hit the red button to become your majesty, and hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. And I love you guys so much. You guys are the best human beings ever made, and you're the king of my heart in the song lyrics of Taylor Swift. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Okay, love you. Bye. Mwah.